Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode number 5 of the sealed-only TCG Road to Worlds, where I try and see if it's possible to take a £30 budget a week and official Pokemon TCG sealed product and see if I can make a competitive deck and qualify for the World Championships in Yokohama, Japan. Little bit of a different setup for the next two episodes, this one and episode 6 as well. Unfortunately, uni is pretty busy, and one of them as well, I think was episode 6, I was actually doing some stuff for a football team that I commentate on called Curzon Ashton Football Club. So yeah, that kind of explains why we're doing this sort of format at the moment. We also, as I'm opening up this trainer's toolkit, I'm trying not to babble on too much, because we do have cards to open. You can see one of them there, the Loon Mini on V, which, spoiler alert, does make an extra little appearance later on this episode, where we do have a full live game. Yeah, I know. Spoiled for choice this time. So we have the real highlight of the trainer's toolkit. I should have mentioned as well, this cost £26.50. So that leaves us with an extra £6.06 left over in the budget. Choice belts, you can see there, I've just put to the side. I've been looking for those for a little while, and someone suggested that it might be worth, because some of the, you might have heard and seen the last episode, that I was starting to kind of make a little bit, making it hard for me to try and make up some of the magic numbers. So that choice belt with that extra 30 damage against Vs is really going to help us. So that will be going straight into the deck. And of course, we do also have some actual packs. 2 Astral Radiance, 1 Brilliant Stars, and I believe that is Evolving Skies. It is indeed. So we'll crack open the Evolving Skies pack first and see if we can find anything. Don't really think we're really looking necessarily in particular for anything from Evolving Skies. So we get a Slackoth, Flabebe, a Reverse Holo Rare Shopping Centre, and then Braviary as our rare, it looks like there. Switching Cups, a Tentacruel, and Talonflame. So Talonflame was actually the rare. Yeah, not really. I didn't really expect anything from that pack. Evolving Skies, we're not really hunting too much. It's the next ones where we really want to try and see some heat. 1 Brilliant Stars pack, hoping obviously to try and get one of those Arceus Vs or V-Stars maybe. Give us a little bit of variety in the decks that we can build later on throughout the season. There is a product coming out very soon. Or a few products actually coming out quite soon, that are hopefully going to give us some extra options. Dedenne there, Farfetch'd, a Reverse Holo Shinx, Hunting Gloves, got a Brava, a Cafe Master, and then our rare is a Holo Rare. It's a Holo Rare Garchomp. Quite a while ago, I remember that Garchomp used to be a decent little rogue deck, actually. Used to be able to hit for pretty big numbers with just 1 or 2 energy. The problem was trying to get up to the Garchomp. I mean, obviously you had like rare candies and things like that. It wasn't a deck that I really played. But hopefully it'd be nice to have another Garchomp. I know Giratina Garchomp, the Tag Team GX, was kind of a thing, but never really like took off, especially when you had Mewtwo and Mew Tag Team GX and Pika ROMs flying around. So this is the first of the 2 Astral Radiance packs. Looking for plenty out of this one. We get another Switch Cat in there, Bishop, and then the rare is a Shaman. So no dice on anything useful there. We might see the Switch Cat later on during the challenge and later on during the series. Of course, we're going to be trying throughout this entire 22-23 campaign, trying to earn ourselves the points necessarily for an invitation to the World Championships held in Yokohama, Japan, as we open the last of the random packs, and then we're going to get ourselves into a game. Reverse Holo Rare Mightyena there. Very nice card, nice design on that one. Shieldon, Silene as a supporter, Paragli, and and a rare Gallade, holo rare. So no dice in the packs. It's now time for some games, or for a game. So we actually join this round in progress. So I have just taken game one against this gentleman here who was fantastic, really, really top player as well in the local scene. You can see there he's got the team challenge mat there. He was playing Hisuian Gudra Arceus V-Star, which is a really, really fun little deck. And incidentally as well, from our prize pack for this edition of Locals, I actually pulled a Hisuian Gudra V. So perhaps if the magicians over at TPCI, if anyone's watching into this and listening and that's planning for the upcoming product releases, hopefully we can get a Hisuian Gudra V-Star as we finally get ourselves a basic Pokemon. This is game 2. I've already taken... This is the third mulligan that I get to take, and you see me punching the air there and saying we actually get to play the video game as we get underway. Ice Rider Calyrex on the start for me, and Arceus V on the start for my opponent, who played really, really well throughout this entire round. You can see there the grip of cards that I've got in my hand. I've got a Sobble, looks like a Scoop Up Net, a Luminion V, and a Training Course. I think I might also have, yes, I've got a Melanie there as well. So Melanie not the best supporter to want to have to see turn one, especially when I don't, at this stage, have Capacious Bucket or even actually any Water Energy cards in my hand, which would have been really helpful to be able to try and pitch it away and get that Melanie engine working, as my opponent's just eyeing up what to discard off of a quick ball. But it was really frustrating as well, because game 1 the deck flowed beautifully, and unfortunately my opponent sort of bricked, took a couple of turns to get himself going. But for me, it was the opposite really, as my opponent passes the turn, and off the top deck we see a Boss's Orders, which isn't necessarily the best option to have to see. So we see the Sobble come down, and I'm eyeing up that Luminion. I recognise that I've misplayed quite a bit in these games, and you will eventually see. So our Evolution Incense here, just prize checking and having a look through. And I think one of the biggest things that I saw when I was going through this first prize check, this first run through, is that the one copy of Alistair that I have in my deck was in the prizes, which was when I saw the opening hand, when I saw the Luminion, I thought, right, okay, I'll drop the Luminion, I will grab the Alistair, hopefully find Quick Ball, Capacious Bucket, and maybe just an energy card naturally, be able to pitch off the energy for the discard effect, and then kind of be able to get myself set up for next turn. So I bring out, now I think I ever used the Luminion V, it's really my only option, my only play, put it down, and I go back through and I realise, wait, oh god, the Alice is prized, so what do I actually grab here? I believe, if memory serves me right, I grab a Marnie, because I look at my hand and I think, right, I've committed already at this early stage. I've got a lot of resources that are actually I don't want to get rid of yet, especially on turn 1. So I do grab the Marnie, and I'm just going to let this play out when I actually do use the Marnie, because I think it was the right play. Let me know down in the comments what you see, if I'm missing something here. But just watch this Marnie.
That's the risk.
Yeah, I manied my opponent out of a grip full of Boss's Orders. It's so frustrating. As soon as he revealed the 3 boss, my heart sank, because I thought, okay, this is the less of most evils. I don't want to grab the Professor's Research. I wanted the Alistair, but unfortunately that was prized. So I find myself an energy off of it. I find myself another Sobble. I find myself a level ball for next turn to get at least one Drizzle going. So I don't think it was the worst idea, but you can see my opponent's already got Suin Gudra on the bench. I believe that's Radiant Greninja. Or not Greninja, Gardevoir on the bench there as well. So my opponent, even with, like, I mean, obviously you can't play a support on the first turn going first, as I announce a huge whopping Pierce, and my opponent will take his turn 2. Drops the Ultra Ball, getting rid of Quick Ball, and it looks like a Arceus V. Gonna look to grab the V-Star here. I look at my grip of hands, my hand grip of cards there. I've got a Boss's Orders, Drizzile, and I think that's actually an Inteleon V. The one line that we run and we play in this deck just for fun to try and use as a second attacker. As my opponent evolves up, is going to use the V-Star power in a moment, and already I'm sat in that chair and thinking, I'm in a little bit of trouble here. My opponent Pokegears, obviously not used the supporter this turn, gives him another opportunity. And yeah, it's one of those games where it's frustrating. You think you've gone the right line, and you think you've gone the right way of play. My opponent actually doesn't find anything off of the Pokegear, but I'm pretty sure that he just drops. In fact, no, I thought he dropped supporter. Anyway, I thought he dropped like a Professor's Research. So he drops himself. You hear maybe there. He just drops himself to nothing, to maybe get the Moisture Star going. He's just eyeing up his options, and I am a bit worried. He just uses the V-Star power. Gonna load up the energy onto his Suin Gudra V, which will eventually aim and hope to get up to the V-Star. Also, apologies for my sound of my voice. Perhaps I'm a little bit of a cold that's coming down and it's on its way. But yeah, I will. We work with what we've got. So yeah, there is the evolve up to V-Star, the research as well, off of the V-Star power, and he is in just full control at this point. I feel like I am already too far behind as he uses the attack. You see me clarifying the damage there because he's got the double turbo energy onto the Arceus V-Star, so it's 200 minus the 20 from double turbo energy, doing 180 damage onto my Ice Rider Calyrex V. And I think right in this position, okay, I have to have an explosive turn to be able to try and put some threat on. So off the top deck, I get an Inteleon. I get Shady Dealings Inteleon, which is painful. So you see there, I will Drizzle to Shady Dealings up, and even here again, I'm thinking, right, okay, where do I go here? What do I look for? I'm eyeing up the research purely just to say, okay, it gives me the most other options throughout the rest of the turn. Hopefully to try and draw into cards like Evolution Incense, Capacious Bucket to be able to attach a turn, even an Evolution, another Evolution Incense or a Level Ball to get that second Drizzle happening. It's Struggle Bus Central. I think I do would just like to play the research, drop those 3 cards, and see what we get off the top. So we do actually get a decent few cards off the top. We get a Quick Ball, Water Energy, a Level Ball, the Ice Rider VMAX naturally, so I don't have to worry about digging through on Evolution Incense to get for the VMAX, but you see I'm just double looking over my health pool on that Pokemon and realising, okay, next turn this is probably going to go down, so I need to try and set myself up for a second Calyrex VMAX so that I'm not too far behind once it does go out. I've got the Quick Ball there, and I've got Inteleon VMAX as easy discard fodder because the V has already just hit the bin. I do have another Drizzle in my hand there, and I'm just thinking, right, okay, where do I go here? I end up going Drizzle. And I'm actually not 100% sure what I get here. I grab the Choice Spell. Okay. Let me know in the comments below. Again, I feel like that might be a little bit of a misplay because I feel like that I'm probably gonna knock this V-Star out. I've got Level Ball, Quick Ball, Inteleon VMAX. Yeah, I don't know. I really feel like I probably should have gotten the second V and VMAX sort of immediately started. I Quick Ball away the Inteleon VMAX, grabbing the backup Calyrex V, but I feel like even there, that's just slightly too slow. I'm not sure. Obviously, the main core and the main way that this deck becomes quick and gains its tempo is the Palkia. And hopefully in a few weeks' time, hopefully before Warsaw Regionals, in fact, I'm confident before Warsaw Regionals, we will have the Ice Rider, not the Ice Rider, the Origin Form Palkia Vs and V-Stars. So I knock out the Arceus V-Star, take 2 prizes. I'm going to go straight behind in the prize count now and in the prize trade. Looks like I just got myself another Water Energy and a Quick Ball. So even that's not necessarily the most optimal to pick off the prizes because I've not got the VMAX to be able to bolster it up. I've not got the opportunity to immediately get the 2 energy off it. I'm asking a lot to get the 2 energy. I feel like maybe I should have fired off the level ball beforehand, just so that I had that third Sobble to then maybe hope to try and dig through, get the top deck to get the Drizzle going immediately, to get Evolution Incense on for the VMAX. Or even again, maybe try and go the Melanie line instead. Go Melanie, get the... I'm just watching this and trying to think about it out loud in my head now, which is quite interesting when you actually do watch your own gameplay back about how overly critical that you get. There's just so... It feels like there's just so many other lines, and I'm looking at my cards there, I'm just sort of feeling a little bit dejected. As you can see there, Training Court gets bumped. That's heartbreaking there. Not the don't get the easy ability to just grab the attach for turn from the Training Court and then fish through for the Melanie play. But I'm just now I'm trying to think as my Calyrex VMAX gets knocked out. What would I have needed? So I would have wanted Level Ball. As I said, I would top deck Luminion V. I would have gotten what? If the Trading Court didn't get bumped, then it's a different story. Because then I can Quick Ball away the Water type. Well, no, I couldn't do that actually because those are the 2 cards I picked up off my prizes. So realistically, I could have just Level Balled for the... see here then again now. Quick Balling away the Level Ball to get the Sobble feels again like a slight misplay. Yes, I've got the Luminion V, and I think my thought process here was, okay, I'm pretty sure the second copy of the research is still in the deck. So I'm going to Luminion for the research, attach a turn, get a fresh 7, and hope. But I should have done that a turn before. So I get the Melanie so I actually do go the Melanie line. So maybe the research wasn't in the deck. This is happening from the time that I'm recording this voiceover, recording this passage of play. It's a couple of weeks after this event. So I used Melanie, grabbed myself that vintage Water Energy that I have from when I was a kid. Draw 3 cards, Quick Ball, Choice Belts, and Water Energy. Chat the Choice Belt on. Yeah, not
Yeah, sure.
And you can see there, yeah, we're just going over the prevent all damage effects. So I announce the attack. I fully realise he bosses up the Luminion. It's going to be an easy KO off of that. And here I realise, yeah, this is cooked. This is there's no way back from this. It's got a second V-Star. Yeah, top deck path to the peak. Not what you want to see. And we go on to game 3. As you can see there. Yeah.
Oh wait, hang on a minute. I don't see a full out supporter trainer gallery in there.
OP Alistair turn 1. Blindside your opponents.
Yeah. It didn't help for those 3 mulligans. It was just kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that definitely was an optimal situation.
It's quite interesting there actually as well. Like I'm joking with my opponent about the mighty turn 1 Alistair, but I think if I do see that Alistair, the game at least feels like it's a little bit more competitive. Like I don't have to worry about staring at that group of supporters and going, oh, well these are just kind of empty cards at the moment. I can keep hold of those, get some of the stuff, or hopefully draw into some of the stuff that I need immediately to get myself set for the next turn. So, yeah, I don't know. Let me know. Sound off in the comments. I mean, obviously, we always knew that the Alistair... I'm actually quite surprised that it's still in the deck, even after, what? When do we actually open the Astral Radiance Elite Trainer box? 2 episodes ago. So 2 episodes ago, we opened that Astral Radiance Elite Trainer box. We pulled ourselves that full-out Trainer Gallery Alistair, and 2 weeks later, it's still in the deck. It might just be one of those meme cards and fun cards that we actually just continue to go through. So we get ourselves set up here for what is game 3 in the series and in the set. No mulligans from either player this time, and we get underway. So it's Inteleon V as the start for myself, and then my opponent is got an Arceus V, and yet again, the grip full of cards, my opening hand. Got Quick Ball, Super Scoop Up Net, Research Melanie, I think there's a boss in there as well. 2 Melanies, in fact. So it is literally just a grip full of supporters, and I'm looking and I'm going, how the hell do I salvage this? Because this is a mess. So first play of game 3, Quick Ball away, the boss's orders. I figure that's the most expendable out of the supporters that I've got in my hand. I'm just flicking through, prize checking, bringing the Sobble to the front of the deck, thinking, right, okay, if I can perhaps get a little bit of draw power and search consistency early on, then I might be able to kind of weave my way out of this mess. So the Sobble is what we go for. We just slam it down straight onto the bench. And that's basically it. That is my explosive turn 1. Reveal Inteleon V as my starter. Quick Ball away a boss's orders to get a Sobble. Bench Sobble pass turn. That is gas, if I've ever heard it before, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see now, my opponent actually shows what a working deck looks like. First play of his turn 1 is Topoki Gear. Just a pretty solid card and all. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Find a supporter, take a supporter that you find there and chuck it into your hand. He elects to go for the Melanie, which surprised me at first when he first did it. I was like, okay. You've not got any water energy in the discard pile, but I was just presumed, okay, he's probably got 1 or 2 in hand. I don't think he played Capacious Bucket, or he plays Capacious in his list, and I think I'll see the flick there that I can see that he's got the water energy. So Quick Ball away the water energy. There we go, and it's all of a sudden it's starting to kind of work for him. He's going to grab that Hisuian Gudra, I believe that is correct. He's pretty sure it just goes straight back in. Goes the double turbo, and he's going to use the Arceus V attack to grab the energy, set up the Gudra. And yeah, yet again, it's just a bit of a same story of the deck just not working the way that it needs to. So is that a Manny? Is that actually a Manny instead of a boss's orders? That's completely my mistake. I've got a Manny in my head instead of a boss's orders. I've got Manny, two Melodies, as the energy's all again attached to Gudra V. Draw for turn. Only gets worse. It's the second scoop at net, and I go, you know what? I'm just gonna Manny. I genuinely just had nothing. I really just didn't. You know, it was rough going. It was rough going. So we Manny away. We get a fresh 5 quick ball Melanie, quick ball water energy, ice rider Calorix VMAX is what I'm greeted with. So we go with a quick ball away. I believe it's just the water energy here. I think that's the one that makes the most sense. So I actually quick ball away the quick ball. So again, I think that's probably a misplay in itself. Quick balling away quick ball. Probably wanted to keep a hold of that. I'll just bring out the Calorix V. But perhaps the right line of play here was actually attempting to power up that Inteleon V that's in the active and try and go, right, okay, you know what? We're going to commit to this. And at least if we can get a little bit of damage off, then we might be setting ourselves up in a better option. So we do actually go with the Inteleon V. I snipe shot it, and my opponent genuinely has to read what snipe shot does, because I think that's the first time in his Pokemon career that he will ever hear his opponent unironically announce snipe shot for 60 to the active. We knew it was going to be difficult at the start of this series. We knew until we started getting some of those core cards and some of those really important pieces that we were going to have a little bit of trouble. As my opponent just goes through, does the general Hisuian Gudra V-Star deck things. He's also got the Arceus V-Star, so he's spoilt for choice in what V-Star power he wants to use. Quick balls away the another Arceus V. Doesn't really need it anymore. It's only really used as the setup Pokemon in this deck. Brings out the Radiant Greninja and another Hisuian Gudra V. Manual retreat into Hisuian Gudra. And that's going to be a kablam explosion. It's going to destroy a poor innocent lizard sniper thing. And yeah, yet again, we're just playing with our backs against the wall. Top deck is Alistar. I think I actually muttered to myself, gee, I wish you turned up earlier. There it is. There is a massive Alistar. We get Capacious Bucket, Melody, and Capacious Bucket. Yeah, the deck just really just got camera shy, I think, here. So I'm mulling over, right, what do I get rid of? Because ideally I want one of those Capacious Buckets just to be a water energy. So we discard the first one, we physically play the second, get our 2 water energies out. One of them I'm pretty sure just attaches to the Ice Rider Calorix VMAX. Also, I would like to point out that Sobble still hasn't evolved. Yes, I have not gotten Drizzile out, which, yeah, again, I think I played this game entirely all wrong. I think what I wanted to do was use a different supporter out of the grip that I had in my hand, to try and just power that up, play a little bit of a longer game, try and just stall them out a little bit and hope that I could live till later on. But I mean, you can see here, he's just, he's going through the plays, he's hitting his combo pieces, he's doing it fantastically. Full credit to the way that my opponent played. He knew his deck inside and out, and it certainly got me thinking about whether I want to use it in the future and try and aim to build towards it. Of course, with the opening of the Trainer's Toolkit, and some of the cards that obviously we're already using in this deck, we've got some of the trainer pieces. It's just going to be about getting those Pokemon. So the attack gets announced. I elect to go for Melanie here, despite top decking a different supporter. So I get Level Ball, Drizzile, and Inteleon, and I think, right, okay, this needed to happen about 2 turns ago. I needed to get these. So I get the Choice Belt from the Shady Dealings Drizzle. Again, possibly not quite the right option. I mean, my opponent's got 4 prizes left to take. I figure that maybe I should have at least gotten another Calyrex V getting ready. Use the level ball to finally grab myself a second Sobble. Again, it just all feels very, very too little too late, which is pretty frustrating. You see my opponent there's got his dice ready for when I announce the Max Lance attack, but it's not really going to make much of a difference. I think we're just too far behind in this game. Board state is set up incredibly favourably for my opponent. He's got 3 Hisuian Gudra V-Stars cocked, locked and ready to rock. I'll look at my hand one last time, announce Max Lance, which hits for 180, 200 we believe. We're just double checking the maths. So yeah, we both got it. He's got it spot on, and then just gets the stadium down, heals 30, and then it's just there's not really much more that we can do at this point. He's just gonna stall things out a little bit longer, and it's it's hard, again, it's hard to say when you're watching this deck just kind of crumble. Hopefully, over the next couple of weeks, things are just going to start to pick up a little bit. The deck will kind of flow a little bit better. I get Marnie here, which I think is just ultimate disrespect from my opponent. I'm already struggling as it is, and so then to get Marnied and actually get Marnied into what turn out to look to be useful cards. Looks like I've got Drizzle, Boss's Orders, Level Ball. I think Professor's Research there as well. So we actually get Escape Roped here, and the Drizzle gets knocked out. Promote up the Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX, and yeah, I mean, there's one already there on the bench. I think I'm just looking at the cards in my hand. My opponent's just finishing off these energy attachments off of the attack. He takes a prize, and we go into what is probably the last turn of this game. Top deck is a Scoop Up Net. Again, just feels like it's the wrong pieces at the wrong time. And I'm starting to think here. I'm looking at the board state, looking at my hand, and I'm going, yep, these are cards. These indeed are Pokemon cards. But how do I stop? This is the problem as well now. Now that we've taken Air Balloon out of the deck, when we started off this deck with Air Balloon, I can't even bump the Choice Belt for Air Balloon and get that Calyrex VMAX out and just try and give myself that extra turn or two. I'm looking at parts of the peak here with this this Drizzle. I can't remember why I used the path of the peak and bumped their stadium. Oh gee, we've got a regional championship in about a month, folks. I'm supposed to be playing in a regional championships in Warsaw, in Poland, in about a month, and this is what's going on there. This is how I'm playing Pokemon right now. I don't know. It's a little bit demoralising, is what it is for myself, and how it's just not. It's just not really. It's really difficult to try and see how. I'm sure there are plenty of things that I could have done differently in this run of 2 games. And if you're watching this and you find out, or you can see something that I've not already previously said, then please, by all means, in the comments, let me know. Also, let me know if this is all in my head and I'm just being stupid, and that I'm actually doing fine, and that the plays that I'm making are the most optimal. But it just feels like, yeah. I mean, I attach water energy here, But I'm checking discard for something. Again, I don't know what I'm doing here now. I think I'm just looking like I've still got options, and then I'm not going to lose this game next turn. I get a second Calyrex V out. Realistically, I think it would have saved everybody a little bit of time if I just passed turn here, because he's got plenty of stuff lined up. I'm not getting a second attachment for the Calyrex VMAX. I've already used a supporter. I pass the turn. He draws, attacks, game. Not a great outing, but that's going to do it for this episode. I hope that you've enjoyed. If you do, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.